Yeah, PASA YouTube, SixftHax here. Happy guys today, the first team builder for week 1 of Pokemon Full Glory Season 3. If you guys may have missed our draft analysis video, a link to that will be down in the description. It was uploaded earlier this week with a very special guest of mine, which a lot of you seem to really enjoyed in the video. For those who did watch, if you didn't watch it, don't want to spoil it, so definitely go check that out. Also, if you guys are excited for this, make sure to hammer arm that thumbs up button down below and let me know in the comment section below what are the 6 Pokemon that you might have brought to this game if you were us prepping for our opponent. Doesn't have to be move for move, doesn't have to be EV for EV, just let me know the 6 mons that you might have brought to this matchup. So first off, I'm going to give a huge thanks to my front office homies who will be helping me prep for this entire season. Regardless of the season, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun. We are doing something a little bit different. If you look at the teams, these are not your standard type of drafted teams. That is because we did something a little bit different this time around. We are doing tier 3 and below only Pokemon allowed for this season of the P4G, which is going to be awesome. Again, I really hope this season is a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that we can maybe get another championship. Fingers crossed, guys. Hopefully we can make it to the playoffs, not get lucked, and make it all the way to the championship winning round. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the team preview down below me. So going into this matchup, if you do not realize I have nothing but Death Fodder for Emboar, then I don't know what you're thinking about going into this game. Like, look at Emboar. Actually, look at Emboar and look at Zoroark. Between Emboar and Zoroark, those 2 mons absolutely annihilate our draft. So honestly, those are the 2 biggest threats that I'm gonna have to watch out for this matchup in particular. Uxie also, I think, has a very good matchup in general, just because it's his main stealth rocker that I think he's going to want to bring to this game. Essentially, I don't expect Lairon, Stantler, Jolteon, or the Muck. I think all 4 of those just have really bad matchups. I suppose if you were to bring one of those 4, it would either be Muck or Jolteon is what my money would be on, but I really don't think either of those 4 are coming, just because Flygon and Delmi still kind of put in a decent amount of work as opposed to one of those 4. If he brings one of those 4, then hey, that's fine. Like, I'll gladly be up 6-5 at a team preview. But yeah, Zoroark, Emboar, and Uxie are the 3 mons that I think are going to be the biggest issues going into this game. The wall core of Alomomola and Togetic could also be slightly annoying, although I don't know if he has enough room to fit Heal Bell on Togetic, because he needs to have Roost. He's probably going to have Defog, and if he wants to be able to hit any of the mons that could potentially switch into the Togetic, then he's going to need, I think, at least 2 offensive moves in order to do that. So that's what I'm thinking. And then Dragon Dance Flygon could be a little bit annoying to deal with, but we should be able to handle it accordingly. So yeah, the top 6 mons are what I'm mainly expecting. If anything, I'd bet money on Uxie, Emboar, and Zoroark coming for sure. Like, those 3 are really, really annoying. However, though, Nidoking and Heracross legitimately just murder his entire team. If either of those 2 mons get a free switch in this battle, he's got to pick Death Fodder. Like, there's nothing he has that can deal with Nidoking and with Heracross in this game. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah, those 2 giant threats are going to be really good. Then we have some nice bulk with like Umbreon, Steelix, or Slowking if we were to bring them. Marshtomp, Gourgeist. Also, both of those have a decent matchup in this game, but we'll see what we did bring exactly. So let's take a look at the very first member of the team here, which is going to be Noivern. Actually, quick little thing, if you guys may have watched my P4G battles last season, I did normal team builders on Showdown, but this time around I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more visually appealing to you guys, so I'm going to be doing them off of my actual 3DS, so let me know if you guys do like these better, or would you like me to go back to the Showdown ones. Essentially, I may be mixing it up depending on how things go, but I'm excited either way, man. Like, this season is going to be awesome, I can already tell. So yeah, we are running a bit of a bulky Noivern set. Now, we got Choice Scarf, which I know may seem a little bit odd because Noivern already pretty much outspeeds everything on his team except for the Jolteon, but the great thing about Scarf Noivern in this match is that it checks any of his offensive threats, and if for some reason he doesn't bring Togetic, or if we're able to get rid of Togetic early in the match, this can just come in, we're clicking Draco Meteors and spamming Air Slash, and things are going to drop, especially if we're able to get up Stealth Rocks in this game. But another good benefit of Scarf Noivern is that this nullifies Scarf Emboar, Scarf Zoroark, and +1 Dragon Dance Flygon, which is absolutely amazing, because if he brings either of those 3 Scarf or Flygon does Dragon Dance up once, then Noivern can easily revenge kill them. We can also potentially catch some of his mons by surprise, like if he does bring Scarf Emboar, or if he brings Scarf Zoroark, then he may not think we are Scarf Noivern, but that's where Frisk comes in handy. Frisk is going to be absolutely amazing to help determine on what items exactly Flygon, Emboar, Zoroark, or the Jolteon are running. Obviously, he's going to have a Violite on Togetic. He may have like Rocky Helmets on Alomomola or Leftovers most likely, and then obviously a Violite Lairon is pretty obvious, and Jolteon maybe like Expert Life Orb, whatever we can figure out on that. Muck, I suppose, but I really don't expect Muck in this game. Like Muck, I think, has a really bad matchup along with Jolteon, but Frisk is just going to be really nice to scout out for items, and the bulk is also nice because this means we can take Sucker Punches from Emboar and Zoroark a little bit better if he does have double Sucker Punch in this matchup. We really didn't need max special attack on this Noivern. Like 196, I think, only does about 3 or 4% less than what 252 is doing, but even with the 3 or 4% less, it's not really going to be coming in too crucially. Or if you get what I'm trying to say, like it's not going to be that big of an issue that we're not doing as much damage, because Noivern's not really here to sweep. This is not here to come in and break his team. No, we have breakers for that. But Noivern is mainly here for speed control and to be able to revenge kill his squad and pick things off. So yeah, really hoping Noivern, my boy Nate here, puts in some work. And next off, we have our first breaker in the form of Heracross, rocking a nice Guts Flame Orb Adamant set, because the way that the speed tiers work on his team is that if we were to run Jolly Max Speed, it would literally just give us EVs that are going to waste, because the closest thing that the closest thing that Heracross would even try to outspeed with max speed is Uxie, which Uxie is already faster than us. So by going by his speed tiers, Emboar is realistically the only thing that we need to outspeed, and because Emboar is already so slow, we can afford to run Adamant on Heracross here, which means we have that extra power from Adamant Guts Flame Orb as opposed to like Jolly Guts Flame Orb. And then on top of that, we have Swords Dance to be able to just mangle basically anything. Like between Dual Stab and Stone Edge, if we're at +2, he basically picks a sack. And then if we're already able to weaken things like Togetic, Delmise, potentially Alomomola, and the Uxie, he's basically forced to sack something off every time Heracross comes in on one of those walls. Or if Emboar is banded and it's not scarfed, then we can bring this in on Emboar and we basically get another KO, which is going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah, not much to say about Heracross outside of the fact that this paired up with our next team member here, Chomp, aka the shiny Nidoking. Between these two mons, guys, there is nothing that he can bring defensively wise that is going to be able to stop us. So the great thing about Nidoking is that this can basically switch into Togetic pretty much for free if he were to bring it. And if he allows me to get consistent free switch-ins to Nidoking on the Togetic, I'm basically just going to get KOs for free, essentially. Like Nidoking Modest or Mild Nidoking, I suppose, which is a plus special attack nature. Because we do have Earthquake and Sucker Punch. Earthquake, I think, was for like Assault Vest, Muck, and then Sucker Punch is just really good because Sludge Wave into Sucker Punch against Uxie is about 80-ish% damage, I think. So we can hopefully catch something off guard. Maybe we can pick off the Emboar, the Zoroark, even the Flygon potentially. And the crazy thing about Nidoking is that we do a minimum of 40% to Flygon. That's insane. That's a resisted hit. That just shows you how strong Nidoking can really be, man. This thing can just put in so much ridiculous work in this matchup. Also, max Spadef, max HP, what's it called? Alomomola takes like 60% min from Thunderbolt. I don't expect them to bring max Spadef, max HP Alomomola. A mixed defensive one makes a whole lot of sense in this game. But yeah, we're able to straight to a KO Alomomola. Uxie, if he does run a very speedy Uxie, it can switch in. Obviously, it's going to force us out. But even if he is running a speedy Uxie, all we need to do is get off that first initial hit. And then once we get off that first initial hit, we put him in range of where he doesn't have a safe switch in anymore. And he has to pick something to sack off. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Nidoking along with Heracross are our two breakers in this match. And then we have Noivern to come in and pick things off and gain us burst momentum and potential free switches into Nidoking and Heracross. So the next team member that we have here is going to be Hulk, aka the Slowking, and Emboar. Emboar is so terrifying this game. Oh my lord, Emboar just I don't want to play against Emboar, guys. Emboar is so disgusting in this battle, guys, because a banded adamant flare blitz with Reckless can 2 KO Slowking after Stealth Rocks if he gets the damage rolls in his favor. That's a resisted hit that can 2 KO a purely Fizz Death bulky Slowking. That's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, our defense is only base 80, and we have a base 95 HP stat, but still, that's resisted. I'm supposed to eat those hits for days, so I'm going to be very terrified of Emboar, but regardless, Slowking is here to switch into Emboar. I guess the real good thing about Emboar, though, is that it's going to be taking all that residual damage from Flare Blitz and from Wild Charge, and if we're able to get up Stealth Rocks, that's going to be a huge plus, because Rocks alone can help us determine what Pokemon Zoroark is potentially disguised as. And again, Zoroark, absolutely terrifying in this match. I have to be very careful how I play around it, but me and the front office, again, we're expecting it to maybe be Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot makes a lot of sense in this game, so I will have to be careful with that. But yeah, Slowking is legitimately only here for the Emboar. With the Wakam Berry, he can't 2 KO us if he is Adamant Choice Banded, and if he's not Adamant Choice Banded, then that means he's not going to be able to really do any damage at all to Slowking, which means the Slowking will be able to better help check the Emboar essentially, so that's going to be absolutely amazing. Ice Beam is really only here for the Flygon, and then Scald Toxic just kind of hit everything else. Again, I don't really know if he's going to want to risk bringing but I don't know if he's going to want to risk bringing Heal Bell on his Togetic, because I don't know if he can fit it on there. But if he doesn't have Heal Bell and Togetic, then Toxic is going to be really good, and then being able to Scald Zoroark and Emboar and potentially even the Flygon is going to be absolutely amazing as well. So yeah, Slowking just kind of here to be a check to Emboar, and it can also kind of pivot around if it really comes down to it. So next off, we have Yoshi, aka Steelix here, and this is kind of my main answer to Dhelmise. Like, offensive Dhelmise is really annoying in this matchup, but Steelix can switch into it, but at the same time, I need Steelix to potentially check the Jolteon. Like, I know I said Jolteon doesn't have a good matchup. We have 3 ground types, but still, I want to make sure that I have something to deal with the Jolteon if we were to bring it. And we are rocking the nice Sheer Force Ice Fang there, because we do about 30% to max HP Dhelmise, and then we absolutely blow back Flygon with Ice Fang, which is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really hoping and praying that we can catch Flygon off guard with the Ice Fang, because if we do, guys, that's going to be awesome. Honestly, that's going to be absolutely amazing. So this does give us our second Toxic Mon here, because I want to be able to Toxic. You see Toxic Alomomola, Toxic the Dhelmise potentially, and even the Togetic. And again, if Togetic doesn't have Heal Bell, then that's going to be absolutely amazing, because that Toxic damage, that residual damage, is going to be amazing to wear down Uxie, so Nidoking can come in and just wreck through his team. Same thing for Alomomola, being able to get that Toxic off. We can pressure it as he tries to pivot in and out with it, so then it could potentially be put in a range of where we can 2 KO him with something like even Noivern Draco Meteor, so that's really good. Then Earthquake and Gyro Ball are just kind of there to hit everything for neutral or potentially super effective damage. Gyro Ball was actually chosen over something like Heavy Slam or Iron Head, because it does more damage to the Zoroark, and it can also help try to break through Flygon potentially if it really came down to it. But besides that, I'm not really too concerned about the Jolteon. Dhelmise could be a little bit annoying, but only if he's like offensive banded or something. And then Togetic should be able to do nothing to the Steelix here. So our final team member is going to be one of the Pokemon that I hope puts in a lot of work. That is going to be Stretchy, the shiny Marshtomp. And as crazy as it sounds, this can check Zoroark. So I'm not sure if Professor FX is one of those type of players. Oh, actually, did I even mention who we're playing? We're playing Professor FX, coach of the Mewtwlouse FC. I feel like I didn't mention that, and I'm so sorry if I didn't mention that. I apologize, but check him out. Channel link and stuff will be down below. But I really feel like Marshtomp can help check Zoroark. If not check Zoroark, it can help us at least try to prevent it from coming in too many times. Because if Zoroark is not Life Orbed or Choice Specs, then this pretty much just switches into anything outside of Grass Knot that Zoroark wants to go for. And I don't know if Zoroark could even fit Grass Knot on its set, because he's going to want Dark Pulse for stab. He's going to want Focus Blast, or yeah, he's going to want Focus Blast for Umbreon, and he's going to want Flamethrower for our Steelix if he doesn't want to risk missing. And Flamethrower also hits our Heracross. So that means his final move is going to be either U-turn, Nasty Plot potentially. If he Swords Dance, then he can't 2-hit KO us regardless, because then he may not have the Grass Knot. So I really don't think he can fit Grass Knot on Zoroark if he were to bring it. And if he doesn't have Grass Knot, then Marshtomp can legitimately check Zoroark, which is kind of insane because it's a freaking Marshtomp. Like, when are you ever going to see Marshtomp actually even do anything in a battle? I don't know, but I'm hoping it does do something in this game. So with an Impish nature, our defense EV spread, and max HP, a Choice Banded Adamant Flare Blitz from Emboar does not 2-hit KO, which is awesome because this can act as a pseudo pivot into the Emboar, which is going to be amazing and could definitely come in clutch. And then with the Spadef investment, again, that's mainly for the Zoroark. The only downside to this set is that it is going to be our Stealth Rocker as opposed to Steelix. And I would have liked to have something like maybe Icy Wind to be able to lower the speed of Uxie, Emboar, Zoroark, or Flygon even, but unfortunately due to some circumstances we had to go with Stealth Rock over Icy Wind, which I'm still perfectly fine with. Like, being able to get up rocks in this game is going to be absolutely amazing. As I mentioned, being able to get up rocks alone can help us determine what Pokemon is and is not Zoroark, and that alone is absolutely huge. So yeah, Earthquake and Scald hit everything, and then Toxic, again, it's just mainly for his walls and just to be able to wear things down. So outside of that, not much else to say about Marshtomp. Really hope though that it does stop that Zoroark. Like, that would be absolutely amazing. So yeah guys, that is going to be our squad for this week 1 of the P4G Season 3. Again, let me know in the comment section below, what are the 6 Pokemon you would have brought to this game? Do you want me to do these team builders on Wi-Fi or back on Showdown? Hit that thumbs up button, hammer arm that thumbs up button down below, and I will see you guys all tomorrow with the actual week 1 battle for P4G Season 3. So thank you all.
No matter where you're at, I'm not here to make friends, it's time to attack and deplete your HP with a final smash. Don't make me turn around and pull a 6-foot hacks. 6 foot hacks, yeah. 6 foot hacks, yeah. 6 foot hacks.